and welcome to Only in Sedona Yoga. We're going to get started here with a little Tai Chi warm-up, moving into those muscles. We will go and learn our Dream Vinyasa flow to open up our hamstrings. We'll take it down to the floor for some stretches to tap into that yin channel as we slow it down, and conclude with our final guided meditation as we relax in Shavasana. If you're enjoying this video series, please remember to share the love by hitting like, subscribe, and share. And let's take this over to the other side now. Just getting into that body. Starting to synchronize your breath and body movements here. Inhale all the goodness, escape your world. Come right here with me. Exhale, push away any negativity. Inhale the goodness. Maybe you're doing this outside too. Exhale any negativity. 2 more. One more. Let's just spread those legs wide. Let's warm up that whole body. Some nice shoulder rolls back as we bend the knees from side to side. This is a proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitative movement. Blah, 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 blah. Say that 5 times fast. And what it means is that you are moving in multiple planes at once, engaging your brain with your muscular movement. If you're like me and you have any brain damage or disabilities in that area, it can help you regain your function. And for everybody, regardless of any traumatic brain injuries, it gets that synovial fluid flowing to your joints so it's easier for you to stretch. One more here. And let's come on to the front of our mat to learn our hamstring opening flow. Stand nice and tall in your mountain pose. Take a second to roll those shoulders back and just take a deep breath here. And exhale, imagine that invisible string elongating your spine. And now with an inhale, bring your hands up overhead. Exhale as you slowly come down and surrender to your forward fold. We'll take a few breaths here, so feel free to play with it. You might be holding on somewhere different up here, and that's okay. If you want to cross the arms and pendulum a bit, if your low back's a little achy, that's always a good alternative here. I think I'll do that with you today, so just give me 1 or 2 more nice deep breaths in your forward fold. And then just ragdoll your hands down to the earth. Let the palms touch. Bend your knees if you must. To step back into your plank, take a second to adjust in this pose. 1 long line from your shoulders down to your heels. And then as you chaturanga, if you want to go ahead and bring those knees down to make it easier, shoot your shoulders slightly forward, keep your elbows tucked. And let's just come into a little baby cobra. So let's just hold here. Take a second to look over each shoulder. It's a gorgeous Memorial Day weekend here in Sedona. Lots of visitors. You guys get a bonus. You get to see all the cute dogs that walk by. And bring it on down. A little easier way to get into down dog, just press up to all 4s first. Hold it here, adjust yourself, and then tuck the toes and lift up into your downward facing dog. Go ahead and give me a few breaths here, and let's go ahead and let's get a little more comfy in this pose. So bend your knees, stick your fanny up a bit, and let your heels drop. And if you like, you can walk out your dog, moving with your breath, or you can just use your breath to let you relax in to that stretch. Give me 2 or 3 more nice deep breaths in your down dog. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale up into a down dog split. And we're going to open our hip flexors a bit too, even though we're focusing on our hamstrings. So let that leg just fall to the side for a second. And give me a breath here. Inhale. And exhale. And bring it through. Here's a good place to grab your blocks, yogis. So go ahead, have a block on each side. You can step that back leg in slightly and come into a pyramid pose. Straight leg balance. Just hold here and breathe. Inhale. Try to get that back heel down. Mine might not go exactly. And it's okay if yours doesn't either. You might be on uneven ground too, which is kind of my problem today, but whatever the case. Inhale, straighten your arms, turn that back leg, and bring yourself up into a warrior two. Hold here for a second. Just take a breath as you feel the strength in your legs. And then bring it down into that low lunge. And just take a second here to feel the opening in that hip flexor too. And then bring that knee down to the ground. Grab your blocks if you have them. Press yourself back into a runner's stretch. And just hold here for a breath or two. And when you're ready, come on back ever so gently into that low lunge. Gather your strength, and when you're ready, come on forward with a nice flat spine and surrender to your forward fold. Bend your knees to protect them as you roll your way back up. Inhale your palms to touch. Bring your hands to heart center and just take a second to absorb that work. Inhale and exhale. Inhale to the other side now. Come on up. Palms touch. Exhale to that beautiful forward fold. Hold for a breath. And then inhale to a flat spine. Exhale as you walk yourself back to that plank. Remember, you have the knees down option as you chaturanga. And then come into your cobra. Take a breath. Lower down and press up into all fours. Gentler way to get into our down dog. Tuck your toes and come up. Hold your down dog for a nice long deep breath. Inhale. Take that left leg up. Exhale. Pull it on through. Adjust if you need to. Grab your blocks and come into that single leg forward fold, your pyramid pose. Back flexion, just surrender and relax. Should really feel this open up your hamstring. And when you're ready, bend that knee, come back into your low lunge. Pivot that back foot. Bring yourself up into a warrior one to feel the strength for a moment. Take a breath. And then just bring it on down back into that low lunge. Back knee comes down. Grab those blocks. And stretch back into your runner's stretch. Hold and release into it. And release. Come forward. Back into that lunge. Feel those hips flexors open just a bit too. Gather your strength. Step it forward with a flat spine. Exhale, surrender to your forward fold. Inhale, bring it all the way up. And exhale, release. We're just going to do that one more time through on each side. A little bit more smoothly. Take a breath here. Inhale. Exhale, and here we go. Inhale up, palms touch. Exhale down, forward fold, surrender. Inhale, flat spine. Exhale as you walk it back. Chaturanga into your cobra. Exhale, bring it down. Press through tabletop. Tuck your toes. Come into your down dog for a breath. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale to a down dog split. Exhale, pull that leg through. Grab your blocks, adjust your feet. Surrender to that pyramid pose. Take a breath. Let those blocks fall away. Come back to your low lunge. Let that juicy hip flexor open for a second. And then come down. Grab those blocks again. And push back into a runner's stretch. Feels good. Come back into that low lunge. Lift up and gather your strength. Inhale here. Up to your flat spine. Exhale, surrender, forward fold. Inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, one breath at heart center. Breathe in. And exhale. Inhale, arms come up. palms touch. Exhale, take it on down to the mat. Inhale to your flat spine. Exhale, step it on back. Chaturanga into your cobra. Release it down to the mat. Press up to your tabletop. Curl your toes. Come into your downward facing dog. Take a breath. Inhale that leg up. Exhale, bring it through. Adjust your feet. Grab your blocks and come into your pyramid. Let those blocks fall to the side. Come back to your low lunge. Open up that juicy hip flexor a little. Give it some love. And then let that knee come back. Grab your blocks. Push into your runner's stretch. Release those blocks to the side. Come on forward into that low lunge. Gather your strength. Pop it out up with a flat back. Exhale, surrender, forward fold. And then roll it all the way up to the top. Look up as your palms touch. Come center. Prepare for your halasana squat. Take your feet out wide. They can be a little wider than the mat. Start to come on down. If you want to give yourself a block as a little landing pad, maybe even 2 blocks, you can do that. And when you get down here, in your own time, come on out of it. And we're going to go into some supine hamstring stretches. So, roll yourself slowly down. I'm going to go ahead and grab my strap. If you have one, I recommend you use it. If you don't, grab a towel. We're just going to loop it around our ankle and use that extra leverage to pull back to a nice hamstring stretch. Give me 5 deep breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. And take a second here as we start to slow down and tap into that yin channel. To think about your dreams. What do you dream of accomplishing? Start to examine the thoughts that you have that keep you from accomplishing it. Don't judge those thoughts, but start to question them. Imagine you have a little objective scientist inside your head just peering in, taking a look at your thoughts and analyzing, are these real roadblocks? Can you overcome them somehow? Let's bend that knee into the chest. If you're using a towel or strap, go ahead and release it. And we're just going to roll onto our sides. I'm going to just move my microphone out of the way here. Just come onto your side. You can lay all the way down. You can use a block for a pillow, or if you have a real pillow, you can even prop your head on your elbow, which is what I'm going to take here. And just stretch that hip flexor now by bending that top leg and stretching back. I know my absolute crazy dream and underlying motivation behind everything I do is, as somebody with disabilities, I've had a lot of housing insecurity. So unfortunately, the United States is a bit different than other countries when it comes to healthcare, and it creates a ripple effect. If you're chronically ill and you chronically need to pay high healthcare bills to stay alive, that's money you don't have to save for a home or, do anything else. So my crazy dream is, my partner and I, we evaluated our assets, and I can bend like a pretzel. He has a camera. I'm on a mission to share healing already. I have a website, a blog dedicated to holistic healing. Let's take this around and come back on your back, and we're just going to get that on the other side. So loop that strap back around your leg if you have a strap, and just get that left hamstring out. It should feel super juicy, delicious, good. And so I'm very got into the whole spirit of not me, us, and my ultimate dream is I'd love this channel to become successful enough that I can get a little patch of land and build a tiny home, not just for me, but create a whole community, primarily for people with chronic illnesses who have also battled housing insecurity. I've gotten myself to a place where I'm okay now, but not everybody is, and I want to do what I can in my little way to fix that. But we're starting with less than zero. It's a crazy dream because we're starting in less than zero, and neither my partner and I have any assets other than a whole lot of medical debt right now. So we'll see what we can do if the universe blesses us. But I'm not going to give up. And if I can achieve my dream while also helping people heal through yoga, which this is literally what I do to heal myself, guys, how wonderful a life will that be? And let's just get that on the other side. Release. You're not going to see me for a second, but roll to that side, take that ankle, maybe use a block as a pillow. Just stretch that hip flexor. It's a gorgeous Memorial Day here in Sedona, and everywhere. It's a gorgeous Memorial Day, I'm sure. Hopefully it's gorgeous where you are. So many joggers and hikers and bikers, all out enjoying this beautiful scenery. And this time is for you to escape your world wherever you are. Join us here on our healing mission and journey. It's all about the healing love. That's all I'm dedicating the rest of my life to going forward, and hopefully you enjoy sharing in this healing journey. I'd really like to build a healthy, thriving community through all the little projects I have going. And let's come back now onto your back as we prepare for our final resting pose. Bring your knees into your chest, clench your hands into tight, tight fists, curl your toes, make a mean, mean face. All that tension with an inhale, and as you exhale, just let it all go, my friends. Shavasana. Thank you so much for practicing with us, fellow yogis here with Only in Sedona Yoga. The light in me sees and honors the same divine light in you. I hope you'll join us for our closing guided meditation. But if not, please help us support our mission with working those YouTube algorithms with a like and subscribe. Have a beautiful Memorial Day, or whatever day you're doing this. Namaste. Alright, yogis. Relax in your Shavasana position. You might want to put a pillow under your knees or against your belly for comfort. You may wish to cover yourself to protect the Agni heat generated in your practice. And if you plan on drifting off to sleep after this, you might want to curl up in your favorite, most comfortable position. Begin by drawing your awareness to your breath. Don't try to change it at first, although you'll notice the process of observation. Begin slowing your inhalations and exhalations without any effort on your part. Then, begin to add some intent into your breathing, focusing on relaxing your muscles. As with your next inhale, you breathe in for a count of 4 and exhale for a count of 6. Repeat this breathing pattern to yourself several times as you consciously relax your muscles and let yourself be 100% supported by the earth. Now, please visualize a dream that you have, a goal that you'd like to accomplish. Imagine it as a seed that you hold in your palms. Picture yourself walking out to a small garden plot, holding the seed in your hand. Take some time now to prepare your garden plot for your seed as you place it carefully to the side. Maybe you find nothing but rocks when your pick hits the soil. What are those rocks? What are those barriers you have to reaching your dream? You might have much to do to prepare the soil for your seed. Visualize yourself now making this effort, removing these rocks, adding rich mulch and fertilizer, creating a perfect nest, the perfect environment for your seed to grow. As you visualize, reflect on what you can do each day to grow your dream. Just like a farmer tends their crops a little bit each day, commit to doing something, anything positive toward your goal, even if it's only for 5 to 15 minutes each day. Sometimes you may only have time to water. Other days, you can spend more time raking and pulling weeds. Commit to yourself now to do a little bit each day to nurture your dream seed. Remember, just like the beauty of the Sedona Mountains, the most glorious things don't arise overnight. But once they do, they make a lasting impression for countless generations. You are the master of your life. Nurture your dream seeds, fellow yogis. Create the beautiful life you both desire and deserve. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with Only in Sedona Yoga. If you're drifting off, please have a beautiful, blessed night's sleep and happy dreams. If you're coming back now, do so by wiggling your fingers and toes, stretching your arms up overhead, and very gently in your own time, rolling onto your side and pressing yourself up to sit. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe if you're enjoying this video series. And we'll close our practice now with a namaste.